Welcome back. Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. And thank you so much for staying with us. Now, remember, before we went to our first break, I told you that I have a special co host in studio this morning. And the honor is mine to introduce my friend and no stranger to Tobago at all, Miss Abeni Taylor. Good morning, Abeni.
Good morning. Bonjour. Hola.
That's right. That's right. That's what I was looking for, of course. And we are here this morning. We're going to be having conversations with our guests in studio. But before we start off talking with our guests, as you are aware, we're celebrating International Women's Day. And for you, what does that mean in terms of celebrating the woman?
Well, for me, I believe that we should be celebrated every single day because a woman, whether you're a girl, you're a teen, you're a woman, we have so many roles and responsibilities or things that are assumed that we should be able to execute, etc. And the fact that we have a day just to highlight us, it makes me feel extremely special. But I know every day we're celebrating women no matter what.
That's right.
And
That's
from
right.
her.
And you know, you spoke about the fact that we have so many responsibilities. And earlier on in the banter, while I was speaking with Ayanna, we were talking about the fact that women sometimes are expected to be strong and resilient, and we have to be this and we have to be that. Because, you know, not only in the home, but also in the workplace, also in school, in the play yard, wherever we go, we just have to be a little bit more.
Yeah, what I would have gathered from that is that, you know, it is in our nature to be nurturous. It's in our nature to be loving and kind. But it's also understood, which is scary. We must be resilient. Yeah, a woman can handle that. A woman could give birth, and giving birth is, you know, a life and death thing. And if women could do it, they could do anything. It's so crazy to know we are supposed to be so soft, yet so resilient and tough at times. Oh my goodness. But however, we can do anything
We
that we
can
want
do
to.
it. That's right. And you know, that was kind of poor reason the way you delivered that, you know, to realize that we have to be soft, but we also have to be tough. You know, and
yes.
it literally is so natural that we are these things simultaneously, you know. And you know, I just want to bring our first guest into the conversation this morning. Most fitting person, of course, to be a part of this conversation as the Minister for Gender and oh gosh, well, I don't know why it's gone from my mind now. All of a sudden, gender and child affairs, as we're talking about the woman, of course, being one of the genders, of course, you know, we have two genders, and sitting in studio this morning, and I know that she has a lot to contribute to this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, the honor is mine to introduce to you this morning our first guest, the Honorable Ayanna Webster-Roy. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Adanna. Good morning, Abeni. Good morning, Tobago. We have all A's on set this
That's
morning.
right.
True, like
That's
triple
right.
A.
Triple A. That's right. We should start something.
I find so.
And you know, that's part of being a woman, you know, that you could just pick that up so quickly,
Yeah,
you know, and just have that kind of conversation. And as we're talking about the woman, celebrating the woman, highlighting who the woman is, if you were to explain to somebody who doesn't know what a woman is, how would you describe what you think a woman is and how she represents herself in society?
So, being a woman, apart from the obvious, you know, what defines us in terms of the sexual makeup of a woman, it varies because every woman is unique. Unique in her beliefs, unique in the way she presents herself, unique in her strengths, unique in her weaknesses. So if I'm to describe a woman, I'm going to say a multifaceted being created by the Most High to do divine work on this earth.
That deep.
That was really deep. That was really deep.
I really like how she would have defined that. That was her own definition. You wouldn't see that definition when you go onto Google, my favorite, or go on to any Oxford dictionary. But I hear everything that you're saying, but I want to get straight into the meat of the matter, right? Because it's something I will be looking at on the outside. Being a woman in politics. Actually, I probably was asked that question a million times because we know that used to be a male-dominated, or I'm saying used to because we have plenty of females all over the world. Women are presidents, etc. How does it feel? Do you feel hidden? Do you feel suffocated? Or you feel as though you have a point to prove? How do you feel being in a position like in politics, whether it be in parliament or wherever? How do you feel? You feel disrespected, respected? You feel as though enough honor is given to you? Like, explain that for me, being a woman.
Being a woman in politics is a very interesting journey. First of all, you go through many different experiences. So, for example, you spoke about disrespect. I've experienced that. You also spoke about being respected, being seen, being valued. I've experienced that. So throughout your journey, you're going to face the different things. But to me, the key thing is being able to remain true to who you are, being able to shine within the space that you're given the opportunity to contribute, and most importantly, as a woman, being able to create a space at the table for other women and girls to say, I could also sit at the table. Because in politics, it's important for us as women to recognize that our voice around the table isn't just something that's cursory, it is necessary. Our perspectives are required. And if we have the opportunity to sit and to serve and to be at the table, then we must ensure that other women have the opportunity to also sit at the table. One of the things you mentioned, it being a male-dominated field in the past, and people often expect that, okay, if you're going to be into politics as a woman, you're supposed to be, you know, aggressive, tough, rough. But you have seen over the years where women in various countries come into politics and showing their true selves, their true nature.
And they execute their duties with style
with
and
grace and with
That's
style.
right.
So you will see a politician in a country going to parliament with their child for the first time. I saw that. You will have seen right in Trinidad and Tobago, where we'd have had former female parliamentarians going through the journey of pregnancy within the parliament, and the nation being open and seeing that, you know, and bringing that softer side to what should be, what people think should be a male-dominated and tough role. But the fact that we are able to come into this table, to this space, and be genuine in our own beings, then we empower others to aim for similar positions. And we also send a signal to the nation and to our girls that Trinidad and Tobago, that within our society, that we have room for women to grow, to thrive, and to contribute. And even though we are expected to be the softer of the two, that despite that, that we bring value to the conversation.
That's right, and that's it, value, bringing that value, you know, in spite of having to, and I feel as if I'm not trying to be feminist or sexist here, but I feel as if the value that we bring, it has a little bit more, because we have to fight a little bit more to bring that said value. And you know, while you're talking about empowering the younger generations, girls coming up, and I know that the ministries usually have a lot of different types of programs and initiatives where you empower girls. Just over the weekend, there was another symposium where girls were empowered. Abeni, you were a part of that. What is the response in terms of the young ladies participating in the events? What are the conversations they have, and what are some of the things they are looking forward to when they take the reign as women in public offices in society?
I have to give credit to our parliament in Trinidad and Tobago. I think, Abeni, you might have been participating in one of those events
The
where we
youth
had
parliament?
not just the youth parliament, but where we had a special sitting just for girls.
No, you know.
Just so
But
young women.
I remember it.
You know, and giving them the opportunity to have that platform for a debate that was fully run by young women in Trinidad and Tobago. And also recently, where the Office of the Prime Minister Gender and Child Affairs would have partnered with CWIL and other agencies to provide training for women aspiring to become politicians, not only for Trinidad and Tobago women, but regional women. And I remember going to one of these sessions and interacting with the ladies, and I remember specifically speaking to a woman from an indigenous community, and she said to me, I am the first in my community, the first woman in my community, and the first woman in my family to have this opportunity.
Oh, wow.
And her desire was, when she goes back home, that she'll be able to pass on the knowledge and encourage other women in her indigenous community to aspire for greater things. So creating that avenue, that platform, that space is a must. And even though we create the avenue and the platform and the space, giving them that motivation, the encouragement to know that it might be difficult, it might be tough, but we have to do it. I remember saying in my speech, ladies, tighten your girdles,
that's right,
on your high heel shoes, and go out there and win. You know,
like,
encouraging women to go out and win.
You know, like, I hearing all of this, because I'm a woman, so I can relate, I can hear this, because I know about girdle, I ain't that young, but I know about that. And it's like, you know, you're hearing so many times when we're talking about women leaders and women in general. The other sex, they love to say, women like to make decisions based on emotions, and we use logic. Have you ever found yourself in your positions, being a leader at whatever level, making a decision based on logic or on emotions, or you know how to separate the two?
But what is wrong with making a decision that is mixed based on emotion and logic. What's wrong with that?
I don't say
why
anything
should
wrong
we
with
have
it
to
because I love
apologize
it.
for no, why should we have to apologize for making a decision that is based on not only the logic but the emotions behind it? Because sometimes you take the emotions out of something and you just go from it with a scientific
or inhumane
or
kind of
inhumane,
vibe.
as you said, perspective, then it may not necessarily be the best decision.
Right.
So you need a balance. You need to be able to put the humanistic side of things as well as the science and the technology and everything, and marry all of it together. And at the end of the day, aim to do what is the best thing, not just for yourself, but for all. And Adanna, you said, I'm not a feminist and you want to apologize. Don't apologize for wanting to say that I believe in supporting women's empowerment. I believe in promoting. Don't apologize for your beliefs. Don't apologize for wanting to say, I'm proud to say I'm a feminist. I believe in all the position of women. Because trust me, girl and men pushing themselves, so we have to push each other. So don't ever apologize for that.
All right, let me just, I appreciate that very much. And what I really meant by that is sometimes the genders, we start to fight. And you said it in the end, men are pushing themselves and the genders begin to fight. And just last week when we were introducing International Women's Day, I was saying that I really hope that both genders understand their roles in society. When a man understands who he is supposed to be and he shows up as a man, and a woman understands who she is supposed to be and she shows up, there's no need to fight.
Exactly.
There's no need for us to fight.
One of the beautiful things, and I said it recently, as we take this journey towards women's empowerment, the greatest ally you could have on that journey is a man.
That's right.
Who understands the power that a woman brings to the table.
Yes, because we create
and a man
a
is
balance.
confident in himself to know that, if my woman, if my sister, if my mother is able to be the best version of herself, then we all win.
Yeah. And life becomes so much easier than when he becomes the man that he's supposed to be. I don't have to be a man. And when I am the woman that I am supposed to be, then he's not trying to be soft.
Right.
Yes. You understand? And so the both genders can coexist.
Yes.
And these are the things that we need to understand and support each other in. And this is what I'm hoping that, the conversations, even when we celebrate International Men's Day, when we have the conversation that the genders can understand their roles and blend that measure of support. It's not about fighting. It's not about who is the better gender. We're equal, and that's what we're fighting for. The equality in the spaces where men have, succeeded, where men have been advanced. Women too, once they have the abilities to so do, should be given the opportunities. And we see now that, yes, opportunities have been created for women, and now men feel as if they have to come back and fight back. That's not what it's about.
Yeah.
That's not what it's about. It's about us finding our spaces in society and showing up in the way, because look at this, right? When we understand who we are, our societies become stronger.
Exactly.
Resilient. I mean, you can't penetrate a society where we understand who we are, we understand the same goals, that we go for the same goals, and we work together, and that's what we're trying to do here. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the conversation is so sweet in studio this morning, but of course, we have to go for a break because we have some bills to pay now, so we have to go for a quick break, and as we go, ladies, can you help us to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to our morning show on Tobago Updates. And we're so happy that you would have remained with us, whether you're on your cell phones, you're going to work, or you are home in the comfort of your house. So we're going to get straight into it. There is a series, of activities coming up from your ministry. Can you tell us a little more about it, Minister?
So instead of just celebrating International Women's Day on the day itself, we have an entire month of activities, and some of it would extend into the month of April as well. So the official start for us would have been on the day before the Friday, where the Office of the Prime Minister would have hosted a symposium for women at the Diplomatic Center. And then on the day itself, the 8th of March, we had the collaborative walk with various bodies, NGOs around Trinidad and Tobago in collaboration with the network of NGOs. And also within that month, we have coming up as well a series of activities that focus on men, because as I said, men are our allies on this journey towards women's empowerment. And we have, for the first time, some activities happening in Tobago from
my next question. What about
from
Tobago?
the Office of the Prime Minister, Gender and Child Affairs. So we have coming up just on the 14th, I believe it is, we have a day of activities where we're going to have an artisan market featuring female producers. So if you're into arts, craft, if you have a business, we encourage you to register to be part of that artisan market. Then we also have a series of mini symposiums discussing issues that affect women and girls. And then we culminate the evening with a mini award ceremony as well as a free concert featuring female performers from Tobago headlining. So it's going to be a good time. I'm really happy that this year, national activities at Tobago was deliberately included in it.
And I really love how it's an entire day and they carry it in the countryside.
Yes, girl, because the last time I did thing in Tobago was all in town.
In town, all right. And that's talking like a town girl, you know?
I love this banter right now. And as you said, it's an entire day of activities for Tobago. And I like the fact that the activities is a wide range of activities. You have the markets, right? You have the symposium, right? You have an award ceremony.
I really love all of this. So I just want to plug in here. I'm a teacher. I just say it so as a teacher, so students could come.
Of course.
So we organize the buses to carry the 5th and 6th
We're inviting as many persons as possible to come out. And as Adanna used to say, share the life, share the life. I want to say, come and buy them all, come and buy them all, come and buy them all, please. Really come out and support of female producers, artisans, businesswomen in Tobago.
So how persons go about getting involved in this? As they have to come into the office, they have to sign up, because you're saying if you're a female artisan, and so how do they go about becoming a part? Because I think some persons may ask that question on the live, like, how do I become a part of it?
So the registration form is actually being circulated online, so persons could click on it and register the interest.
Awesome, I like that.
I like it. And is there a fee to I know sometimes when you have these...
No fee.
It's free?
Yes, it's free. When we had our women's village in Scarborough, it was also free. We provided the platform for and listen. I felt so proud for my female businesswoman when we had that women's village down on the Esplanade. I think it was over 80 women participated. And to see some of them coming back and saying that, because of the exposure, their businesses were able to grow.
Persons knew about their business. Because if they don't talk about their business and see about their business, they wouldn't know about their business.
And in terms of participating in this type of market, after seeing the growth of their business, is there any follow-up support given in terms of guidelines? Maybe you might want to get a loan to expand the business. You might want to understand a business banking account. Is there anything put in place to support?
So actually, whenever we have our women's villages, as we call them, we usually have like NETCO, Ministry of Trade and Industry there as well. Or if they're not the only day, we bring the information to the artisans and the producers and the businesswomen so that they know what avenues are available for support through the government system. So as you know, NETCO usually offer grants and loans.
That's right.
Through the Ministry of Trade, there's the She Trades platform, that is focused specifically on women business and women producers in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's also a global network where She Trades pulls together female-owned businesses and creates opportunities not just for networking, but for opportunities for also marketing and promotion. So we have that opportunity as well.
As we continue to talk about International Women's Day and, the opportunities that are being provided for them in this space, what are some of the things you'd like to share with especially the younger women as they are coming up? Somebody might be thinking, they're talking about International Women's Day, they're celebrating women. I can't identify anything in my life to celebrate. What are some of the things you'd like to share with them for them to look within themselves to say, hey, there's magic on the inside of you?
One of the things I say to myself, and I think I say to my daughters as well very often, that I have to celebrate me and my journey, and I can't compare myself to another woman's journey. And while I could celebrate other women, I have to find the little things within me that are unique, that makes Ayanna uniquely Ayanna, and love those things. So for me personally, one of the things I celebrate is the fact that I could cook. I just boast I could real cook. Like I told my daughter yesterday, I said, one kakage, one for my cooking. I could
National Television Minister.
But you have to be real, I could really cook, and I celebrate that. And I say some fine things about you that you could celebrate. So if it is that you could braid here, celebrate that. If it is that you're able to, if it is that you have the ability to listen well and to offer constant support to
Key
others,
skills.
celebrate that. Whatever makes you uniquely you, celebrate it, and don't compare yourself to others. Yes, you may look at other women and others, and you might learn from them, but not look at them trying to tear yourself down. Look at them as a source of inspiration while you celebrating the unique being that you are. And remember, I tell people that we are all made in God's likeness and His image. So celebrate that. There's God within us.
Yes, love that.
There is so much to celebrate as a woman, and you heard it here this morning on set on the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television, coming from the Honorable Minister Ayanna Webster-Roy. Celebrate that unique part of you. What is it about you that is unique? Is it that you can sing well, you can braid well, you can do makeup, you can listen, you can write well, you can pay attention? What is that thing that can you cook real good? You can cook a real good dish. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. Start to love yourself from the inside out, and so you will find so many other things to celebrate about, not just yourself but the women around you as well. Remember, this week we are paying attention to all the women in our lives. We're paying attention to ourselves as well, and we're looking for the things that we can celebrate. We have been through so much as women. We are so much things are expected of us as women, to be the mother, to be the nurturer, the teacher, the lawyer, the doctor, the everything. You know, in school you have to be these things, and then when you go back home and you have children at home or even nieces or nephews at home, you had to be that as well. And so I think Minister said it, that we are multifaceted.
We are.
And so we go celebrate all of that. We're going to celebrate it all. Thank you, ladies, so much. Thank you, Minister, so much for coming.
It was such a pleasure.
Of course, I enjoyed this conversation with you so much. Thank you so much for coming in, and we look forward to all the events that are rolling out for the rest of the month. And I hope that you, our audience, you will, grab hold of those opportunities. Make sure that you're a part of what is going on for the empowerment of women that is coming up the entire month. Pick an event, and for Tobago specifically, that's Monday 14th March. You want to be a part of what is taking place there, so you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it at all. So make sure that you're a part of what is happening. All right, we have to go for a short break before we continue conversations in studio this morning, and we're so happy that you're on this journey as we celebrate women. But up next and in studio is Khadijah Thomas. She's an actor and storyteller, and she is in studio and ready to have that conversation with us this morning. Are you going to be a part of it? For you to be a part of it, you have to help us. Share the live. Share the live. Share the live. We'll be right back.